I'm quitting my illustrated novel project. Okay, that's not completely right. I still really like my book idea and I want to write it eventually, but I'm not gonna try and do it in 3 months like I told you previously. It's not easy admitting this on the internet, but I believe it's the right thing to do. I put so much time and energy into the preparation that it feels wrong to abandon it, but it's not working. The writing word count spreadsheet that tells me I'm now thousands of words behind, yeah, that's not motivating. It's specifically demotivating. I set a goal that's way too high and that has no in between goals. Like I said, I have never written a book, and even though I came farther than ever before, it's still too big of a leap. What I need to do is set smaller goals, especially to get a sense of achievement, because I oftentimes feel like I'm not good enough, and even my therapist says I need to finish things to understand that I'm capable of completing things. So, completing a whole book right now is just way too big. I would love to be the person that makes a plan and simply sticks to it, that can withstand the uncertainty and push through, even if it's an imperfect plan, but it's just not me. If you are this person, I am extremely jealous of you, but I tried to be like this my whole life and it left me feeling destroyed and broken because the only thing I'm collecting is losses. And maybe it's dumb of me to not delete the previous videos, but I hate the idea of that. I think it's important to remind ourselves that we are not robots or AI, that we make mistakes and that it's part of life to reassess and rethink and go into a new direction. And if that's not best for the algorithm, who cares? I still want to document my creative projects. That hasn't changed. I like the idea of sharing what I create and inspiring you to be creative yourself. But I won't finish my book project in the time frame I talked about before. 3 months is really just way too short, at least for someone that has no experience. Instead, I'm going to allocate a few hours every week to writing and just see where it takes me with the book project. And for now, I want to try a new schedule, one that's way less rigid. Every 2 weeks, you'll get a video documenting the different projects I've been working on. And if I have a project I've been doing significant progress on or have even finished, then that's going to be an extra video in between those. And depending on the volume of the projects and how much is going on in my life, the length of the videos will vary. But I want to hold on to the at least every 2 week schedule. And what projects do you want to do, you're asking? Well, I like to call myself a multi passionate person. The internet, or rather the algorithm, hates people like me. It's easier if you really like doing one thing and then people get to know you as the person that does that. But again, that's just not me. I like reading and writing, especially fantasy and romance. I like drawing animals, rooms, people, landscapes. I like modeling things in 3D and painting miniatures. I like building book nooks, embroidery, paper crafts, working with air drying clay. I like DMing pen and paper games, creating worlds and stories. I did a lot of sewing when I was a child and would like to get back into that. I've never painted with oils before or finished a crochet project, so I'd like to try that also. And one day I would like to get into bookbinding and creating the covers myself. And I guess if I were to finish a book, it would be so cool to get it printed and then bind it myself and have a cover myself. I really, really like that. And yeah, maybe try even edge painting the edges of the book, or painting on a really big canvas, or making a small comic and big illustrations. And I guess it would be way easier to talk about the creative things I don't like or wouldn't want to try. And yeah, if you're interested in these things, welcome, fellow creative. Remember, we are on this earth to have fun and spread inspiration. Don't get stuck in perfectionism. Okay, now let's get into the part where I tell you what I did these last weeks. First, I had to do some soul searching. I felt really defeated after realizing that I won't be able to stick to the illustrated novel plan, and this hopelessness made me abandon all creative projects and just feeling really down. Since I have this cycle of ups and downs pretty often, I know that it helps me to get back to doing literally anything as fast as possible. And what felt doable at the moment was continuing to watch the Brandon Sanderson lecture. So that's what I did. I watched the lectures 2 through 5 and made a ton of notes. To quote Brandon Sanderson, you may not get it right in the first draft, you may not get it right in the fifth draft. You will hopefully eventually get it right. And I guess that's kind of the message for this video. You have to try and reassess, and if it's not working, then you try something else. But if you don't stop and if you never stop believing, then in the future, you will get it done. And after that, I took a few days to reset, reduce the time I'm doom scrolling through social media, and do some yoga, fitness, walk through nature, and now I'm back with new energy and motivation. I took some time studying some different materials. I simply collected some references on Pinterest and tried to recreate what I can see. Yes, I'm still using Pinterest, and I hate the amount of AI content. So if you have an alternative for me, please tell me about it. Okay, yesterday I worked on this cute mini paper house, and it's wood cabin themed. I had so much fun creating this tangible little miniature house. Don't get me wrong, I love drawing digitally because of all the layers and editing options, but the feeling of a finished project you can hold in your hands? Oh, that's peak. In fact, I liked it so much, I still got a ton of ideas for different variations. I was thinking of a house blanketed in snow, or a herbalist hut, or a rundown and haunted mansion, maybe a medieval farming house with a barn, and maybe some set dressing through trees and animals. I also thought these paper houses would be perfect to use for D&D, but I'm still thinking about if I want to make them foldable so you can put them away again, or if they wouldn't be sturdy enough then. Still thinking about it. As you can see, I've got a lot of things I would like to do, and maybe with the pressure of showing these things to people that are interested in them, I'll finally start and hopefully finish some of these projects. For now, I'm in a pretty good place, with a positive mindset and a lot of inspiration. We'll talk again soon.